In case you didn't hear, J.L. Bryan's Fairy Metal Thunder series got new covers done by Fat Puppy Art, and they are amazing. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the series, you need to go and check my previous video reviewing Fairy Metal Thunder. Now, if you don't know, there are 3 books: Fairy Metal Thunders, which I read earlier this year, Fairy Blues, the sequel, and Fairystruck, the 3rd book that came out on St. Patrick's Day this year. The books are available exclusively in paperback and on the Kindle because of the Kindle Select program. So if you don't have a Kindle, you should consider downloading the application for your PC, Mac, BlackBerry, Android, iPhone, iPad. Put it on the iPad and have iBooks and Kindle, because Fairy Metal Thunder is free right now, and the other books aren't very expensive. Now, the author admitted to me on Twitter a couple weeks ago that he had originally intended to write this as a trilogy, but it kind of expanded into 5 books. So there are going to be 5 books, even though there are only 3 right now, and that's exciting. Hey, Douglas Adams already set the precedent for a 5-book trilogy. We're just following along in the footsteps of the greats. I'm going to admit, the 2nd book, Fairy Blues, I was a little lukewarm on. I just didn't feel like he had really figured out where he was going. You see, J.L. Bryan's previous series, Jenny Pox, was not for young adults, despite the fact that everybody on Amazon who gave it 1 star seemed to think it was. It was for adults, and it was amazing, and it was mind-blowing. As a teacher, I would, with confidence, give a 6th grade audience the Songs of Magic series, and as long as they could keep up with the reading level, I wouldn't have any fears about the content. It's a series about fairies, and these fairies have cupcake bushes and giant jack-o'-lantern monsters, and it's campy and it's fun. And I just feel like the 2nd book wasn't quite comfortable with that silliness. But the third book is just over the top and ridiculous in so many places, and J.L. Bryan says, hey, there are evil assassin teddy bears in this book. It's awesome. It's really funny. I laughed out loud all over the place, and it's a great middle part for a series. The 1st book is about Jason Becker, who sneaks into the world of fairies, steals some instruments from a band of fairies, and brings them to our world, causing chaos and destruction of metal epic proportions. The 2nd book follows Aote. I have looked up that pronunciation, but if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in as many horrible YouTube comments as you can come up with. Aote, the fairy who Jason stole his guitar from, and her band of friends travel across the Haunt Lands and Fairy to go find help in getting their instruments back after the whole unicorn thing. Well, I won't tell you about the unicorns, because if you haven't read Fairy Metal Thunder, you should read about the unicorns. Aote and her friends go on a mission to find someone to help them, and in the 3rd book, she gets that help. So we have an awesome road trip fairy in an alien land experience going on with Jason's sister, who is now a full-fledged character and not just tiny sister support, and Jason and his band on tour with the Rioting Zebras, formerly known as the Assorted Zebras. Like I said, J.L. Bryan really comes into a sense of humor with this book. We're no longer going, am I paranormal? Am I comedy? Am I for kids? It's just hysterical and shameless about the literal interpretations of things that you find in fairy world. It's a no-holds-barred slapstick slugfest against popular music. I'm not going to say that this is a piece of high literature, but I don't read to cry every 5 minutes, and if I did that, I would just read The Fault in Our Stars over and over again. That book is amazing. You should go buy it. But this book was thoroughly entertaining. If you need something light as a pick-me-up because you've just finished Speak or The Prince of Tides or The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, then you need to pick up Fairystruck by J.L. Bryan. Just pick up the whole Fairy Metal Thunder Songs of Magic trilogy. And check out these really hot new covers by Fat Puppy Art.